Hey everybody, it's Coach Suzanne from fitwatch.com. So if you know me a little bit, I've always been a huge fan of calorie counting. It's one of the reasons why I started fitwatch.com back in 2002. I wanted to be a competitor for Fit Day. I don't know if any of you, I don't know if anybody still goes to Fit Day because my Fitness Pal came around later and that just knocked everybody out of the park. So that was my motivation back in 2002. I wanted to help people lose weight and I wanted to create another calorie counter. So that's what I did back then. And I calorie counting helped me a lot. It's helped a lot of people, but I find after a while, it's monotonous. You're just always counting calories, and it's sometimes a little bit too much. And you got to enter your food, and so it's good for figuring some things out. But what I really love is the hand-sized portions. So that's what we're going to talk about a bit today, because I want to show you exactly how to do it. Because I have a worksheet that you can download. But it helps if somebody explains it. So what we're going to start with is the portion. Okay, so everybody you have your own hand. You use your hand. You don't use your spouse's hand. You don't use your partner's hand. You use your own hand. And so for the protein, palm size portion. Okay, so what that means, it doesn't mean all of this. It just means your palm right here, about that, and then about the thickness here. You see that? Okay, so that's a palm size of protein, and that is about 3 to 4 ounces, depending on how big your hand is. Okay, so that's the protein. It's like meats, whatever. And the second portion is a fist size of vegetables. So you close your fist, make a fist. You see that about there? That about around there. See, so that's your fist. That's for your vegetables. And that is about a cup of vegetables. Okay, so next up is carbs. So vegetables are carbs, right? But we're talking more about like starchy carbs. So sorry, I just noticed that there we go, I'll fix that. I was flopping around. So vegetables are carbs, but we count them as vegetables. And then when we talk about your carb portions, we're talking about maybe starchy carbs. We're talking about maybe rice or pasta, potatoes, those kind of things. So let's see if I can get this right. You want a cupped hand. Okay, so you cup your hand, and this is going to be funny. I didn't test this out before. Here we go. Cupped hand. Okay. So that doesn't mean you pile it up like this, right? We're talking just what's in here. So just, a little bit like that. That's about half a cup. Okay. So when we're talking those kind of carbs, we don't pile on the plate. We don't make a big mound of pasta or rice. We want that just about a half cup, your cupped hand. So just try to picture that. And then the fourth thing to look at, the fourth hand-sized portion, is your fats. And you just take your thumb. So from about there to there, and that's about 1 tablespoon. So if you are active and if you eat 4 times a day, as a woman, what you would eat is each one of those per meal 4 times a day. Okay, so you'd have your 1 palm of protein, 1 fist of vegetables, 1 closed fist of vegetables, half a cupped hand of your carbs. And sometimes if you're going low carb, you can even skip that. I would skip that in the morning and maybe even in the afternoon, and then have it for supper. Many of us, we just eat way too many processed carbs, so I would even not have that at every meal. And then you have your 1 thumb of fat. 1 thumb of fat, that would be too low for protein. So 1 thumb of fat per meal. And then you do that 4 times a day. So you'd end up with 4 palms of protein, 4 fists of veggies, 4, I would do less, of course, but 4 half cupped hand of your carbs, and then 4 thumbs of fat. And that gives you about 1,450 calories. So these are just averages, but it's a way to get you started into using your hand-sized portions instead of calorie counting, or just to get started. And it evens out your carb, protein, fat percentages. So it's about 33%, 33%, 33%. So it just brings everything to a baseline. So you start with that, and then you see how it goes. So then you might need to eat a little bit less or a little bit more. And my thing is always, if you are hungry, you always eat. You need to eat. You don't. I am not about starving yourself, that's for sure. And I'm not about eating at certain times of the day. When you're hungry, you eat. So that's what I would do to start off with if you're having. If you want to start doing hand-sized portions, and to figure that out, and then just do that and see how it goes, and make different adjustments. And I think that's it. Did I want to say anything else? I have little notes here. No, that's about it. So I hope that helps you. And like I said, I have a worksheet that you can download, and you can join me in the Facebook group. Ask me questions. We can figure it all out. And that's it. Hope you like this video. Bye.